I don't know, like nearly a week or something. But I thought it'd be worth me doing some programming again, because uh, it's kind of what I like to do most of the time. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that looks good. Let's try it. Oh, okay. Whatever. So yeah. Um, so I got a Minecraft server again because I just like messing around with mods and stuff on that. So I've got an example plugin that I made for Bukkit with the new way of doing things, because I haven't done it since like, I don't know, 1.10 or something. For a very long time ago. But my initial intention was to, let me turn this down a bit for now. Was to make it so you had almost like a full MMO. Now I know there's obviously Forge plugins and other Bukkit plugins and stuff that do all of this, but it is good fun to do it yourself because you can learn a lot pretty quickly from doing that. So generally speaking, I'm going to be quickly designing some stuff in Enterprise Architect to get the layout, structure, architecture of the plugin. First of all, we're doing the guilds plugin, so adding removing people and claiming land and denying build and destroy what do you call it, permission and stuff in certain areas. And then then we should be kind of good to go from there. I can then extend this plugin and use elements of it in other plugins I make. So I can use this one as an API and hook up my hook up my other plugins to, like, I don't know, host PvP events between guilds and stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so for now, I'm gonna quickly put together the initial design of this just to get it right in my head, because I haven't even thought too much about it, and then we'll actually start putting the code in, which should be, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. I haven't done the Minecraft specific side of things in a while, but it shouldn't be too bad. So we're going to need a guild class. Guild's going to have members. Guild also is going to have land. So let's do. So these are the key attributes that they've got for now. So a guild is made up of I think it's this way around. Guild has to have one to many, and they can only have 0 to 1, I think. Have I done that the wrong way around? I can never remember. I think it's going to be the same premise as this. So is it that way around? I think it's the end relationship, so I think it's the other way around. Let me just see if this looks right to me. Yeah, a guild has one to many lands, and the land has 0 to 1 guilds. Yeah, it's a tougher way around. Let me just sort this out. This is just so I mean, this is obvious to me, but might not be obvious to other people. It's always good to do these 100% correct as much as possible anyway. So now we're gonna add some basic attributes. So we're gonna want attributes. So it's just gonna be crap. Sorry, I just hit the mic there. Name. they're probably gonna have, well, they're just gonna have members, land, and then we're gonna want guild leader. So now I'm probably gonna end up adding like a massive permission based system for this, where you can add individual guild specific permissions like in other MMOs. That's going to take some time. Probably very boring to watch as well, because it's just going to be a lot of typing out lists of permissions and then assigning them to commands and stuff, which probably won't be very fun, but you know, whatever. So because we already have the concept of players, as we're working in Minecraft, we just add a, oh whoops, sorry, that's operation. Way. Oh yeah, you can't actually delete things in here. Give me a sec. I don't think we need anything else. We just need our own class to store the players in, so we can do things specific to our plugin within this class without having to manipulate anything else elsewhere. It'll look tidier and stuff. You know, if you get an array of guild members and then you have all the getters and setters and stuff, it'll be a lot easier to understand. And then we can do things like guild member promote and promote, demote, and remove from guild, add from guild sort of stuff. Right, and then land, I believe there's an actual object called chunk, but let me have a quick look, because this is my previous one. Oh, good grief, I even added timestamps and stuff, Christ. I've actually got something called a location, okay. Did I make that? Is this a, oh yeah, this is a Bukkit thing, okay. I suppose we'll be using that then, yeah, team home, location, chunks. Cool, alright. Let me, back in here. Just so I don't forget about these things. Okay, I'm not going to bother putting the attributes and stuff on properly here, just know that they exist. So yeah, we've got the guild, got guild land, guild member. We're probably going to have, like, as the game's got banners in, let's have a guild banner. And then this is probably just going to be a list of metadata, because the Minecraft stuff in Minecraft with like regards to wool and things has metadata. Do I have an example of that? Probably not. This is all just saving and loading stuff to config pretty much. It's really straightforward. There's obviously a lot of stuff going on here. Oh yeah, I think I implemented time dependent land claims, so you couldn't claim land more than so many times a day or something. It was pretty good. Anyway, we'll probably surpass a lot of this because I'm a lot better at this sort of thing now. Anywho, so this is essentially all we're going for. It's not going to be particularly complicated. Hopefully it should be quite good. Let me just fire up Discord real quick. Sorry, I've been talking to some people and stuff about this. Okay, let me just put something in Discord a sec. There we go, awesome. Right, so yeah, that'll be pretty straightforward. So let's get into it then. So we've got guild members. I've already added a player. So we've got, if I close this one down, we don't need to test at the moment, that or that. So I've just created basically the empty classes for now. Good land. Let's add the banner. Okay, awesome. Right. What do I need to do? Probably the music a bit more. Something like that. It's relatively loud. It's really hard to work with volumes on this. They don't have the granularity required to be able to maneuver the sliders around subtly, which just bugs me sometimes. Okay, right. So we're gonna keep this pretty simple. So we've got a member, we've got players. We're gonna use encapsulate this field somewhere. Don't know why I went so high pitch for a second. Huh, is it not in here? Oh, there it is. Interesting. Get set player. Cool. Problem solved. This is gonna have a array. Array list of interesting. Sorry, my typing sucks at the moment. There we go. Interesting. Right. Blah blah blah. Oh, I put member. Close enough. I was like, what was wrong with that? Do the same with land. Now actually, members may not also always be online, as people should be able to sort of add and remove players regardless of them being online. And player here is a Bukkit entity that I don't believe exists unless there's someone physically logged on. So we want a private string. Let's say player ID. Encapsulate this. I'm actually going to remove wait, string. Wonderful polymorphism for the win. Oh, no, wait. How does it manage that? Is there a constructor of player with just the string? That would be very unusual. Where's player? Ah, interesting. Can you not actually create an instance of player? Intriguing. What's an interface? Oh, okay. I probably should have seen that. Okay. I'll bear that one in mind. Right. So player ID, player name, player name. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. So we've got a guild, load of players, a bit of land. Right, so we're just going to create a basic oh wait, no, let's do all the basics, right. Let's put these in as well. String, guild name. I just gotta get through this. Java Eclipse really saves a lot of issues here. So it's got a name, it's got land, it's got members, and it's gonna have a banner. Perfect. I'm not sure what banner actually is at the moment in the game's terms. How are items normally handled? Let me just... Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's just item. Fair enough. Okay, getter and setter. I think it should be as straightforward as this, and then you do stuff like get type, entity type. What are they called? Is it not banners? Song's pretty piercing. Sorry, it's nice. It's just it's very trebly, which is breaking my ears. Not banners. I wonder what it's called. Flag. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to give you a list. Item. Oh, this is dropped items, is it? Minecart, chest, painting, possibly. Yeah, these are real and live entities. What's this? Okay, I will look into that another time. Should be something like that anyway. Right, let's keep it simple. So you've got guild name, land, banner, members, all the key priority things. Now I've also decided to make my own command system. So this is pretty straightforward. I've got this B command class, just in case command is God no, what do you call it in this case? It's like, well, it's being used, but it's I wouldn't want to get it confused, especially when I'm using it in my main guilds thing here. So all we're doing is you've got the command text and it links back to the plugin. You create you create individual instances of every single command as a class, which sounds maybe a little excessive, but it makes it pretty easy to work with, I think. It makes them generic, and it means that you can loop through them. So now whenever someone sends a command, I just run this method, and it basically iterates over every single command that exists and sees whether it's viable, and then runs it if it finds it. I've included my test command that I made in my test plugin just to prove that it works in this plugin separate to the other one, which is just this, which has a static string of its command, and then it says, you know, you've tested the guilds mods, which I could do now. I could export it, put it on the server, run the server and stuff, but it seems a little redundant to do that at the moment because I'll inevitably get it working. I just have to export this as a jar and drag it into the file, and then spend about 5 minutes running up the server to type a command in and then get a text message back, which doesn't seem very worthwhile as of this moment. Anywho, so the idea will be to create, as an example, so we're going to need this anyway. Interesting, it didn't come up with that first. Normally filters by your own classes. Sorry, bones crackly. What's this going to be? So this is going to be add member command. Simple as this. Come on. And then we want to create a static method for the string because this is never going to change. And it allows us to make it a bit prettier in here when we statically generate all the commands. So we create a commands map which is static, so all guild instances of guilds have access to it, and then we create a new test command, and then we get the test command string. It's pretty straightforward. So literally just copy this, I've pasted it in here, and then it's add member. So the command will be something like that. So this would look like, let me just copy this. Remember, and then me, and then what it should do is check which guild you're in, the person running this command, and then if the player's not in that group, add them to the group, to the guild. So in order for this to all hang together, this is a good example of how I'd make this work. So firstly we need to copy this, and we need to do a new add member command, and all I do is I was supposed to leave that so I could copy and paste it better. B command text. Oh, I've still got this. Irrelevant. So then we don't need to have any parameters. Let me just do this. Cool, perfect. Okay, so As guild's already set up and it's got all its variable, all of its stuff going. Let's get rid of member and banner command. This is all we should need. Right, so we need a static list of guilds. There we go. Okay, and then at some point I'm going to make a method void populate. Oops. Probably best to keep it like that. So this will do something like loop config. What isn't it like about guilds? Is guilds not actually a word or something? I don't know. So we're going to loop through the guilds list. In the config, set up members, set up land, banner, members, banner to guild, and then it'll be add, and then we'll just create a guild. Simple as that. And this will be something around the lines of, what am I doing? Team manager. Recreate teams. So we get the config. The config is in a hierarchy structure using XML type, I think. Is it XML? God, it's been such a long time. Anyway, and you go get blah and blah, and then there's a configuration selection which gets a list of everything underneath a certain point. You get the keys of the config, then you iterate over the players, and then you get the players UI. Oh, it's just checking that we don't add duplicates, and then you add them. In our case, we've putting them to a team. What's this? Recreate teams. This is getting the team. Yeah, the team players. Putting their rank, TP, player name, and then their rank in the list, and then it's just doing the same kind of premise all the way through. I wish I had an example of my old configs actually. I probably do somewhere, but whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because you can generate them from code, so they come out consistently. As long as you use the same principle to create them as you do to read it, you'll be fine. Anyway, so yeah, we populate the guild. So this will be a blah and blah get. Well, I don't know why I'm bothering to do this. Whatever. So this is where we set all of this up, and then on add member command, so we have inside the base class, we have a link to the plugin, which is our guilds. So we then do if let's think of the right way to do this first. So we've got a player. Yeah, okay. Okay, now we want to make a new, so we want to get the players guild, right? So we can add them to it. So we need a method inside guilds called get player guild, right? So what do we have access to? Command sender. Okay. Don't know what this actually equates to. It could have a player or something in it. And then we go for guild. Loop through all the guilds. Okay, now we can do some good stuff. So we go dot. This be the best way round? I think it would. So we want to make a new method called contains member. Okay, and with the power of Java, there we go, we get something that returns a boolean that says whether or not the guild contains that member. So then we go a loop in a loop. Guild member gm in guild members dot. So let's see what sender equates to. So okay, we want player ID, get name, and then we want to return true. Simple as that. Keeping it shorthand. Oh hey, how's it going? I'm alright, thanks. My screen just went into slightly night mode. Right. Where did we leave off? So contains members. Okay, here we go. Then we return the guild that we found. Otherwise, return. Simple as that. Right, so yeah, so now we've got a method that takes in the command sender, so whoever ran the add member command, goes and loops through the guilds, checks if the guild has the member. If it does, returns the guild, otherwise nothing, because they're not in the guild at all, which is a possibility, of course. And then we can go get player guild sender. And it all looks very clean and pretty. Right. So if guild. Okay, here we go. Right, so now we need to pick apart the arguments, which is just a standard array of strings, really. So as I understand it, what's the best way to do this? So if I get this and then do this, so this is the first like core part of the command. So when you're in the game and you do slash whatever, it will be slash Belvin's guilds, and that comes in as the command here. So that text appears here. So this is actually command. And then if I do this, this will be arg0. Ooh, whoops. And this will be args1 because arrays are 0 indexed. Right, pretty straightforward. Well, I don't know if you understand this sort of stuff. That is. So yeah, right. So we've got the guild. We've checked whether they're actually in one or not. So now we need to add the member to the guild. So this is going to be somebody who doesn't exist as an actual guild member. So we're going to do create a new guild member, which will be args 1. Now it's also important to note we probably want to check that they actually put in said arguments, because some people can just put in up to 0 and not actually have typed anything here. So we want to do args length greater than 1 in this instance, and then guild add, this will be another new method, gm create the methods, add member, guild members add gm, simple as that. And then if gm dot what am I doing? Check that they don't already exist in the guild, because you know people can do stupid things, or the server could lag and they hit it twice, or you know, whatever. So I think we've safe proofed most of this. What else do we need to do here? I wonder, how do you get access to players? Let's see if I can find it in here. Oh, wrong thing. Somewhere. Player center. Oh, okay, yeah, you can cast it to an actual player. That's interesting. Let's also change. We want to do some, I suppose, polymorphism for this. By the way, I did say I'm fine and stuff. I don't know if you're still here though. Right, let's do this. Get another one of these. Do this. Oh, come on, mouse. Is it just, yeah, it's this, isn't it? And then we want okay, and now we have the ability to just straight up add the player, and in this case, so now when we create the guild member, we can also do convert it, cast it to a player. Wonderful. Okay, so what we're doing here is now when we create a guild member, we have the option to also just straight up add it as a player as well, because they're possibly online. Oh wait, what am I doing? We're adding somebody else. Hang on. Okay, we need to search for the player. So if let's do get. Let's see, how do we do this? I'm going to assume get server. Yeah, cool. And then we want to just do this. Nice. I love it when things start to work out. So this will check if they're online. We need to extract this so we can make it exist before it's written to. Sorry, I pressed page down, I think. There we go. House. And then we do the same thing, but just without the player. And then put their house in here. Perfect. So in theory, this is adding a player. We get the guild if they're in a guild and they've entered at least up to a player's name. We get the player's name, we create a null guild member, we see if they're a player active on the server. If they are, then we create a new guild member with the active player. Otherwise we just add a new one to well, yeah, that's not online. Simple as that. And then we run the add member, which just literally checks if it doesn't already have it and adds it. Problem solved. Job's done. So I need the ability to create guilds now. So if we go into guilds, this will be pretty straightforward. That's going to add it to list. So we're not doing anything with the config file yet, because, you know, ain't nobody got time for that. And I have to learn how to do it again. This is stuff that we can actually test live on the server anyway. When I get this working, I can test both of these commands. Well, I mean, I can run add member, it just won't actually do anything because I'll already be the member, but whatever. So we add a new class command. This is going to be create guild command. Yep. And then we go to team manager, do any guild member. Steal this from this. Guild. Create guild. Simple as that. Same premise as before. Go up to guilds, copy this. Create guild command. Ah, why did that do that? It's me. Fantastic, there you go. Powers of copy and paste. And, you know, having actually done the work before and simplified it. It all comes together in the end. Right. Right. So we got commands. So added the command, got the commands here. You run it, and then we need to do the same gimmick as here. So I literally just copy and paste this. So instead of checking this, create a new guild. First and foremost, we want to get plugin dot right. What am I doing? So we want to get the guild name, which will be this. And in fact, we want to get rid of that. Wrap that inside this. So we're checking whether it exists there. Doing this. Adding another one here. That should sort most of its problems. And then we create the new method guild exists, in which case we guild name dot equals guild name close. Guild name equals guild name. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so we're checking whether the guild exists, looping through all of them. Let's just keep this consistent. Be pretty handy to keep all of this like it is actually. And then we're making a new guild. This is going to be instead of this, no, we want this. Right, sorry, let me sort this out. Okay, and then this will instead be player.get display name, I believe. If I remember correctly, display name's the proper name of people. You have to do a lot of checking on this. P.get name, P player. Okay, just get name. here. This here. Oh, my bad. Good name. Move these extra parentheses. Okie doke. So now we're checking if the guild doesn't already exist, creating a new guild, creating a null guild member. But we don't need to check this anymore because they have to be online to have actually actively created it. Right, so we do this. Right, now we want to add guild name, and then we create the constructor. Perfect, there we go. This is having a problem with... yes, we want to be able to create guilds without names at some point, maybe. It is sometimes useful. I'll probably remove this at some point, but for now, just to stop it from complaining. Now I did create this method here, however, we could just do it all in here. In fact, let's rename this to add guild and make it very simple. And then we add this to the parameter G. Guild. There we go, guilds.add, and then we just do we don't want to exist dot add guild. So we add ourselves as a member and then we add the guild. Perfect. And then just as a proof of concept, because I'll run this one in a second, if I put this in here. String string builder, in fact, let's use new string builder, append guild space, and so the appending begins. And then to check, get guild name, get guild members dot to string. That'll add a really bad list that appears, but it will be a fairly good proof of concept. Dot to string, and then this will be there we go. Alright, let's see how broken this is, shall we? So I just got to double check. So the important bits are the plugin.yml. So I need to start adding this sort of stuff. So Belvin's guilds. Oh, sorry, I actually need That's just the test command. That's the test command as well. We want this, right? Round 2. I've done it again. No, come on. No, come on. There you go. Belvin's Guilds. Blah blah blah. And then I think, did I have an example I pulled up? I think I did. Let me just see this. Okay, fair enough. And then this is going to be Great Guild. And it should be is that, wait, this is permissions, children, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, let's do this again then. Or haven't added child guilds yet. No, wait, let's go back through my history already. It's been such a long time since I've done all this nonsense. Is there anything more on that? Or do I have to do that for every single one? Oh, I can find out. What am I doing? I've got an actual working, a previous working example anyway. Okay, this is how it works, right? List teams. Interesting. Wait, so these have their individual permissions. Oh yeah, because you create group permissions and then, yeah, okay. Interesting. Did I not? Okay, let me just find one of my other projects real quick. I don't know why I'm doing it through here. Let's actually look at the code online for a change. One sec. This is a really straightforward thing. I've just got to remember what it looks like. One of these arenas will do. Source. No, it's not in source. Fucking .yml. Yeah, I find that hard to believe. That can't be it. Okay, let's try one of the other ones. That was my most prominent. Oh, sorry, I'm going back. Right, hang on, let me. Because this just had like, yeah, this is a massive project. and tons of commands. This is all commands. Maybe it just doesn't matter. I assumed I have to add every individual command, so... But perhaps it's just Belvin's guilds. Alright, whatever. See if I care. Okay, hopefully this is all good. I probably don't need this anymore. Okay, so I've got to go to in here. It's under Minecraft guilds targets. So they come out in your target folder, and then you go to your server, shove it in plugins. Let's run the server. I won't even bother joining unless it obviously actually works. I didn't see any errors in that instant. Cool. Seems to... I mean, it's not complaining about it. Whether it works or not is, of course, a different matter entirely. Oh, what do I have that? I don't know what that was. I don't need those or that. And this can go on my other screen. I like to keep this one blank. Did Minecraft actually load? Right. So I've got a pretty standard server running. Just my own personal one. Not own, local, yeah, local server. Multiplayer. Right, I may have to give myself permission to use the command. Sorry, it's so small. There we go. Oh yeah, I'll need to change the sound. Sorry. Give me a sec. Oh shit. Okay. Come on. Okay, right. Sorry, that's what I need to jump into game. Game mode, creative. Right, there we go. Can remember how to do this. Okay, so in theory we have, yeah. Hey, it appeared, which means it found it. Intriguing. And there it is. I think. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so one of them the commands worked, the other one didn't, which is fair enough. So I need to look into how that works. So let's disconnect. Cancel this. Quick game. So there's no point leaving the server running. I probably should have done a stop command. Let's to that. Okay, so I need to figure this out then. So what happened? So it found this, I think. I wonder. Okay. So let's keep this simple. Right. I mean, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. This shouldn't be anything at all, really. Alright, let's just see what this does. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of trial and error here. But we know the server works, and we know that it loads it fine. I just have to do a bit of copy and pasting every now and then, and experiment with that. Replace this, back to the server, run server. Could really do like a third monitor, just for like Twitch or something. Wait for this to finish. I don't know why I entirely closed Minecraft, that was a bit stupid. Whoa. Goodness me. This is all very straightforward stuff. It's just working out what doesn't work. There's no realistically not much difficulty when it comes to it. Yeah, that's better. I don't want it full screen. Interesting. What happens if I do create guild? Yeah, okay, I'm not quite sure what the hell's going on. Do I have to do something dot something? Do I have to put the full command in? I really find it hard to believe that my old project didn't have like streams of code or something just for that, because It's literally this file here, nothing else. I don't understand how I would have got away with the plugin.yml. I can't think of a single reason. That's not that, that's that. There we go. Okay, let's just look this up. Oh. Does it have an example? I want an example of something that is like multiple. Oh, I don't know. It just looks like you just do that. I don't know if permissions is doing it. What is this? Okay, I don't know. This isn't something I'm trying to figure out. Ah, good grief. Like, does it care about usage? I don't know what part of this is actually really realistically important. Just makes no sense. I added them as like children to the commands. Nope. Well, let's just go on the permissions just to make sure. I think it's this. Just do that, please. Because it might not be showing them simply because of permissions, so I'll just leave it as that for now. Doesn't actually matter. Should be that straightforward. Let's disconnect. I might have to restart the server entirely, but I copied and pasted the command wrong in here. Can't be. It's impossible. It's a unique string that's static and specific to this. Oh, I know what's going on, I think. Or do I? I've perhaps made this a bit wrong. Ah, damn it. Yeah, right. Right, let's see. So I want to put an example in here and see if it flows through properly as I anticipated. So the command will be this. So in theory, we've got command. Oh, can I just take it from here again? Yep, good. I have to type that out again. So, iron serum 1. Let me just. It doesn't matter. There we go. Close enough. Okay. So we get the command string, which is command.getName. Is that right? I guess. That seems a little odd. Let me just check. I'd have thought it would be get command text or something. I'm not even caring about the first bit here. Maybe I shouldn't at all. Maybe that's my problem. Okay, let's forgo this. Right. We're assuming the command will, well, it should be that, but it's create guild is going to be argument 0, guild name is going to be 1. Oh goodness me. Let's disconnect, cancel, yeah, close this. So follow this through. Gotta do bug fixing every now and then. I assumed my strategy was relatively flawless, but yeah, I could be wrong. So let's get rid of this, because this doesn't have it either. I'm going to assume that plugins have their base command this and then have everything else afterwards, but I could be wrong. Okay, so our problem might lie in here. So that's why. I think. Create guild. So we're attaching all of this together. So this command string should be the equivalent of this, or thereabouts. And then what we're doing is checking to see we don't want the command to get a name, we want the first argument 0. Yeah, hang on, this should be oh, good grief, this one's hurting my thought process right now. Right, so this will be create guild. If it contains create guild, find it immediately. Otherwise, loop through all of them, find the string. Yeah, okay, I'm doing this the wrong way around, I think. No. And then we're seeing if this text contains this text. Okay, I need to put some debugging in here for sure. Because otherwise we're gonna have some problems. Right. This is the only realistic way to do this. All you do is every time you create a variable and check something, you put a note of it. Command string. Simple as this. Just output everything to the log. Why are you having issues with this, I wonder? Plus equals, surely. What could you possibly have wrong with this? Ah, what am I doing? Right, sorry. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've done any of this. Simple as this, you don't leave anything to the imagination. You put every breakpoint in every single place and then track it down. And then you just say right, simple as that. Now we can actually see what's happening. Right, round 3. Plugins. Oh, good grief. When dragging a single file, it shouldn't give you the option to skip. It should just be cancel. Makes no sense otherwise. Only dragging a single file across. How are we doing? At least now we can see how far it gets and what the values of everything are. It'd be a mighty shame if it doesn't run it at all, or I've made some horrific mistake. I think that's done. Okay, so it did arguments 0 equal test. Yikes. Oh, okay. How do I get it to not be like that? Because I want this to be like a child of other commands then? Or does it matter? Do I care? No, okay, I don't really care. Let's command.getName. So it found test, but that's not the command that we're running, so that should work this time. Keep doing this. Run as Maven install. Very proper server stop. Yep, good. Server list. Round 4. Once you got it working once, it's problem solved. So it's just a case of adding more commands and more functionality to the code. So it should be fine. Right, that's nice. Okay, so it worked running the command just didn't work. I just simply haven't changed this. Okay, command is this. So close. So goddamn close. So that we don't have 0. Get 0. Here we go again. I really got to create a bat file or something that does literally all of this. I'd imagine I probably could, because all of this is really, really powerful stuff. You can just make a command line that's like several thousand lines long, and it just like downloads something from GitHub, you know, builds it, compiles it, copies it into a certain folder, runs another file, runs something else. So I'll look into that, because it'd be very nice to have. This is though. Nice I used to get that. Oh. Didn't build with no, okay. Thought I built with arrows for a second. Alright, there we go. And would you look at that? Oh, I forgot to add a space in the text at the end there, but it worked. It got this information, and then if I try to do it again, it shouldn't do it. Yeah, there we go. I need to issue some warnings. Ah, hello. How's it going? So this is checking if the guild exists. So I need to add some, like, essentially some errors to commands not working. So I've done this. It's p.send message. Perfect. So so I want to get the player, which has to exist before this anyway, so I can shove that up here. I'm just going to inline this. Oh, sorry, I've put this aside. Oh yeah, a light theme. That is a good question. My eyes are kind of dying at the moment. To be fair, I haven't used Eclipse in quite a while. Can you change it in here? It's been a while. Jeez. Whatever. I'll look into that at some point. But thanks for reminding me. IntelliJ. I don't know. I always used Eclipse. Not really. Have I used IntelliJ at all? I don't think so. I mean, this is what literally every guide suggests, and all of the bloody tutorials and stuff are like, press this button and here and here and here and stuff. So, you know, once I'd much rather use the more mainstream side of it to make it, yeah, make sure I can understand stuff. Oh, really? Well, yeah, I'd imagine so. I can't imagine many people actually use Bukkit. Let Forge probably a lot more up to date. Most people like to add physical objects to the game anyway, so I can't touch it. Guild already exists, and then oh, ow, God, that was my finger. No, entered. Yeah, well, I've don't know. I guess not many people really do stuff like this. Oh, cheers. So I'll have a look later. I'm a bit too far gone at the moment. I mean, once I've got the code up and working and running, I might do the next plugin from scratch in another application. Don't see why not. Appearance. Probably not what I'm after. Oh, do you know where to change this to dark mode? It's been a while. Theme. Colors, appearance, theme. No, that's the wrong kind of theme. Yeah, I'd imagine oh, there we go. What's this actually look like? Yeah, fair enough. Ooh, I actually really like the text. That's classic. Oof. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, sorry, I forgot you could literally search. It really has been a while. Interesting. It certainly doesn't hurt my eyes as much, but I'm gonna have to. Oh, come on, you can do this without crashing. There we go. I might have to make the text background a bit different, perhaps. Who knows? Right. So we've covered the basics here, at least. At least the player gets told something when shit goes down. Got a command to make the guilds. Now I need to actually store it in a config file. Let the fun commence. Right, somewhere in here. In this absolute like abomination. I didn't probably want to do that. Navigation pane here. Right. Location string. I'm currently using Spigot because it was the only jar that actually got output to the folder. I think it's the latest. I assume it's the latest. Why do I keep doing this? Oh, I have to go back to the launcher. 1.1. Oh, it's here. 1.16.5. Sorry. Yeah, when I ran Bukkit tools, the only jar it actually exported was the Spigot, I think. Yeah, Spigot. I don't even know what Spigot is compared to Craft Bukkit. I'm assuming it's more in depth or something, has more functionality, but I just, who knows. I really wish I could move chat around. Can I? Oh, that's a bit better. My microphone like takes up most of the screen. Alright, interesting. I suppose you like I'd imagine that they're slightly larger file sizes but function better or something then. More code equals less issues and things, I suppose. Right, how have I done this? Because this is back before I actually tried to properly organize things. I suppose I'd done it in the disable, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, it's a global config, isn't it? It stores it. Okay. Okay, right, so I just need to go to the create team method. If I can find it. Create team. Reload config is in the team. Hey, get config set team name. Don't know what open. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I think I just did all of my actual creating stuff in here. Yeah, this is pretty generic. Oh yeah, I need to add a rank system for players and stuff as well, and then permissions and oh manner of fancy things. Is it just that simple then? Oh yeah, because this would create. I'm actually gonna have to change it for this dark view. It's all right. I'm struggling to read things, to be honest. I will maybe get a grey view. An anti-cheat? No, that sounds interesting. You'd have to hook into quite a lot of events and check. I suppose the major ones are like graphical cheats and movement glitches and stuff, which would be quite fun to try and figure out. I suppose in the process you always have to learn how the cheats work to start with to be able to figure them out. Okay, so let's copy this premise then. So we want to go. Do we add the guild there? We add the guild there. Okay. So if I were to do this, because the add guild, they may already exist. So I probably wouldn't want to do it every time in this add guild method. So let's do create guild. And then run add guild. And then we go reload config. Config.set. So we would want okay. Okay, yeah, team name plus. Yeah, okay, so g.get guild name. Wait, is this different then? Oh yeah, so we're saying this. Okay. And it's then dot, yeah, and then dot the name. So yeah, no, anti-cheat would definitely be something I've actually really been curious about how to make cheats, because you'd need to hack into like the physics engine and stuff. Packets say, oh yeah, because you can hook into the Christ. I suppose it's you listen to data being sent between client and server for the game. Very interesting though. Definitely, yeah, something I wouldn't mind doing, although I'm not sure if people would be particularly happy about me doing a live stream about how to make cheats for a game. It'd definitely be fun though. Oh, how do I make a list of people? Where's this run from? References, project. Is it done in here? Oh, interesting. So I'm doing, what would this equate to? P data. What's that then? That's a hash map of player. Because this is going to be a list. Okay, let's do it the same as that then. We don't need to loop because we're creating a guild, so there's nobody else in it anyway. So we want to get members dot get 0, and we want to do a set in the config. This is a problem I always had before, where so of course if you're in a XML file or like a hierarchy structure, like in the plugin.xml somewhere, this one, YML. No, it's not like this at all. I think it's in this. No, it doesn't look like that at all. Whatever. It's a config file. Anyway, it would come out. You have to have like a unique instance of this. So it would be their UUID and then let's call it GM, and then we want to put in GM get their ID. Sorry, alright, there we go. Add that to the end because we want to add it to the config above all else. So we create a guild with guild name, and then we get the players, add a list. Yeah, this should just work, hopefully. And then we could populate guilds. So this is where we would go. See if we've got one of these before. I would assume so. Teams. There should be. I should have made like a load method somewhere. Recreate teams, perhaps. Yeah, this one. String get keys. Yeah, because the keys would be the first one in the list. Because S is going to be the guild name. Yeah, okay. So all we do here how do we approach this? Get boolean, get boolean. So okay, that's cool, straightforward. So we do guilds dot set guild name. Oh wait, get config, get string. In theory. Oh. Ah, hello. Pretty good, thanks. I will. I guess I'll call you back in a bit. I'm kind of done with this in a second, anyway. That's not what I'm after. So we're looping through. we wanna. How does this work then? Make config. I get current path. That just straight up gets everything after as a string. Get keys. Get keys would return. I need to type this out. So we would have something like guild, and then is this how I'm doing it? Guild name, and then I think it comes out like this. But that's not what we want. We want to so the guild is meant to be like a physical part of the list. So it would actually be just guild, and then it should be like this. And then under here it should be like, I think it's either that or another layer. So we want to do something closer to this. Okay. Dot get guild name, and then we go guild test players. Sorry, I keep saving by default. Guild test players. I think it's this. So this should, in theory, configuration section gets requested by path. So this should get everything under here. And then these are the keys. And from the keys, set guild name. Guild name is going to be S. And then from there, we want to do another one for the members, which will be guild dot plus S. Mm-hmm. Just a sec. Sorry, getting rid of some bots. because you know that seems like a reasonable name for someone to have. Oh, whatever. Get him every now and then. I'd imagine they target people like me, so I don't really care for. I mean, it would be nice to have more people watching at some point, because I'm good at this sort of stuff, and probably pretty good at helping people get good at this sort of stuff. So, you know, would be good to have people. New guild member. There we go. Right. In theory, here we go again. This will get everything underneath the guild section in the config. It will then create a new guild with that as the guild name. It will then get everything underneath the guild name, then the players, and then it will add all of the players. In theory. This is my working hypothesis. Oh, what am I doing? I need to actually run this method, funny enough. Enable. Okay. Okay, round 2. I keep saying round 2, it's probably like round 20 by now. Right, need to go up, run the server. Let me just shout at my Alexa real quick. Need to turn the fan. How do I mute the mic? There we go. Got my Alexa controlling. Oh, yeah. I've got it controlling my a Bluetooth socket that controls my fan. Ah, here we go. Null pointer error 27. I assume there would be some errors. 27. We need to do. There we go. Wonderful. Look at that. I don't even have to think about it. Hopefully it just errored and it actually loaded the mod. Actually, I'm not even going to risk it. I'm just going to do this again. Even if it takes a bit longer. Wow, that was surprisingly quick build, to be honest. I am very much enjoying this though. Once it gets going, it's a lot pretty trivial process. Because I mean, all we're doing is adding objects to a list constantly, and then managing the config file. Come on, I believe. Hopefully once we do this once as well, it will generate the config. We can then see what it creates. Looks like it's fine this time round, and then we can figure out. Well, then we can just start messing with config files, really, which is going to be the whole gimmick with this server. Okay. Create guild test. Okay, let's see if it all still works. Still works. And then if we go into our server, right, where does it put it? Hang on. I bet I'm being stupid and forgotten to save the config. Oh yeah, I haven't put the save config method in. On disable. Oh well. I doubt it will save the config without it. We shall see. Probably not. I'd have to imagine. Yeah, well, I mean it works, that part. I can at least test the error messages in a sec. What do I need to fix? It's the message here, isn't it? Plus that. Yeah, it just needs a space there. Let's try and run the same command again. Guild already exists. Wonderful. Das ist sehr gut. Right, well, let's stop the server. Let's see if the config file appeared anywhere. I'm not sure where it would appear if it does. Probably not this, no. Don't you have to register the config? Though I distinctly remember having to create default config or something. Get plugin. Oh my god. Perhaps not. But it's likely didn't work just because I didn't make it save, so let's just do this again. And then I'll stop because I am I don't know, I've been doing this for a while now. Mostly my fault because it's taken me so long to fix all of the bloody bugs and such. But once you've got a working example of everything, then I can just basically just rinse and repeat. This is kind of trivial really, what we're doing here. Or at least in my opinion anyway, it's pretty generic. Create some basic objects, save some data, store it somewhere, save it, load it, rinse and repeat. And eventually, so my previous mod, you'd like claim the land, which would claim chunks, and then you get messages when you move in and out of chunks, or when you try and destroy or interact with people in it. PvP would be disabled whilst you're inside your land, so like people couldn't grief you or whatever from the outside. And yeah, all that kind of stuff. It was really nice. And then I linked it to my other mods. Skill created. Okay, right, what happens now? Well, that's promising. Oh, stop it. Oh, man. It worked. I mean, it wouldn't have created the folder or the file otherwise. Pass? I don't know what's gone wrong there. Reload config, get config. Alright, let's have a look in here, shall we? I mean, it could be different from this these days, but I doubt it's changed that significantly. Oh, I know. Maybe. No. So that's creating that. Git config set. It's pretty straightforward. Can't go that wrong. Let's check this. So setting the guild name, guild member, player name. Yeah, this shouldn't not work. This should be fine because it wouldn't have got that far. Wouldn't have generated the string or not created the config. So it's got to be something to do with this. Something dot something. Yeah, I don't know. That should have worked. Let's just run the server again because now it's got the file. Perhaps it needed that initially. Could be as straightforward as that. Oh no. Alright. Oh, I probably just need to delete this message as well. Somehow. Wait, how do I actually like... Oh, I don't know. Right, we're working. Sorry, round 2. Create guilds, test. Disconnect. Stop. Okay, last thing, otherwise I will keep doing that. Yeah, okay, something ain't right. I'll figure it out another time. I'll do that off stream and then work out, say what happened when I go back on. But intriguing. I'm surprised. That should just work. Because we're doing save config, populate guilds. Whatever this music is, it's interesting. Let's just check the log. Where are B of the logs? There's the logs. Paste log. Alright, blah 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 blah, loading, yep, done. blah 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 blah. Guild test has been created. Take that. Stop disabling. Okay, so it ran through the whole works. Let's turn this off. I'll just turn all of these things off now. I don't need them anymore. Right. Just gonna do a quick sanity check then. Right, and just close that. Close that. Don't care about these anymore. Right. So we've got create team. This did things as well. Reload config. Set player path. P to string. It does do a save. I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if I have to do a save every single time. That would be weird. Because we're not closing the server beforehand. I mean, obviously it's good to do a save anyway, but it just doesn't seem necessary. Fuck it, I'll do it one more time. Just refresh this just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's using the right stuff. Place. I really ought to make a bat file for doing all of this. Oh crap, I need to fire up Minecraft again. I said I wouldn't, and I did, so there. Oh my god, has so much stuff to delete in there. My computer's doing a million things at once here, give me a sec. Oh, bloody hell, pardon me. This is the crux, all of my plugins and stuff, so it's going to be pretty awkward to make any improvements to any of them if this isn't working. Plugins, cards. Let's try again. Me. You can do it. There you go. Straight guild test. I should probably put, you know, an actual message that's not for God's sake. Sorry. Oh, why you do this to me, Minecraft? It was meant to be so easy. Go away. Come on. Oh yes, metadata. That's fun. God, that's going to be an interesting thing to do. Alright. So all we're doing, get config, set guilds, guild name. Oh, I mean, even if I get this wrong, it should still work. This would set guilds not dot anything, and then the guild name. Can he win? Okay, well let's steal this and do the huge. Let's see if this works at all. Something like that. Why is it doing get double? Go on up. Oh, right, sorry. Being an idiot. There we go. And then this should be guilds, players. Go. Don't have to see that everywhere now. Right. Fine, I'll do it one more time with the debug stuff. Oh, it's not looking good though. So surprised that didn't work. Stop. Copy this. Paste this. Server run. Oh, come on, I just want to fire this up. Alright, well, let's see what happens, shall we? Interesting. This one I find out this isn't working, being run at all. Have I forgotten to run that method? Ah. Oh no. Yep, there it is. There's the problem. That's why you always put debug code in literally everything until it works, and then you just comment it out, because you get issues like this, and it's such a simple fix, because this probably would have worked 100% first time. Oh dear. Mate, I think I can just do reload plugins or something from the server, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, that didn't go so well. It's just, I can't believe that. All it was is this, just actually, you know, running the method I'm testing. I've been told that helps. Come on. Good, working. Come on, you can do it. I believe. Wonderful. Yeah, it found it. Found that. I don't know why it's. Oh, I just forgot to put a space in between. So now, if I go into the server, plugins, guilds, config, look at that. Got a guild called test, under guilds, with players, the ID and the player name. Fuck yeah. That's what I like to see. Right, so there's nothing wrong with the code. I'm just being an idiot. Can't be helped. So if I go back to here, right, so I don't need any of this logger stuff. Oh, hang on. I probably ought to do. Just make sure. Just do that. And I don't need that. Don't need that. And then there we go. That should tell the player that the guild has been created. So you know they actually know when the guild's been created. I just and now this should work as well. So if I get rid of the logger thing here, still this. This. I need to check if the guild doesn't already exist, I think. Or is this doing it? Oh, that's doing it. I might need to contemplate what does what in this point, because the command should probably just run something in here, but equally this is like more of a calculation and this is more of the actual action of doing it, so I don't know. So we're looking to do something simple as that. Anyway, I will stop now because I'm tired and hungry, and I need to call my dad as well, so yeah. So I will definitely do this again some other time because I enjoy this far more than playing games, and some people might actually learn some stuff from it. I hope I explained things well enough, but I can't really explain too much because I don't know what problems people might have, understanding all of this. If you're not in chat, then I can only explain as far as I think people might have issues, but I do fully intend to put all of this up well documented and stuff, just for the fun of it really, because documentation is great fun. Hey, I will see whoever is watching this around. I really will try and do this quite frequently because this is something I could do a lot. This week I'm like busy tomorrow, busy Thursday, busy Friday, so not much hope there, but definitely Saturday and Sunday for sure. So see you guys around.